All right, good morning, all. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to our morning note. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of G.A.R Capital. Thanks for joining me this morning and every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel. This is our morning note. If you haven't already, make sure to click to the bottom right hand of your screen. There's a little white box with our icon. Click there to subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share our videos, comment any of your questions. Really do appreciate it as always. And make sure to turn on notifications on Twitter, Instagram, and here so you don't miss a thing. All right, let's talk market, shall we? Dow futures down 93 points, was down a lot more. Actually, it was down around 260 overnight. But we had a headline come in from Pfizer. I'll go ahead and read that to you in a second. Nasdaq's basically flat. S&P down 9 handles, down 0.27%. Russell 2000 down 0.39%. Crude oil futures up 0.19%. Bitcoin futures still continuing to go, 18,325. Gold futures up about a quarter point, 1866 an ounce. 24.28 for silver, 1% to the upside. Euro dollar is down 4 pips at 118.68, 103.79, 103.77. 3 pips to the upside for dollar yen. For my forex people, dollar index is basically flat, slightly green, 92.31, and the VIX is down 2.29%. Even with the Dow down 97. Interesting to see. The Nasdaq basically outperforming everything else. All right, let's talk about the headline that came in. The headline. Well, there was a headline last night. It said Georgia's top elections official said he will certify Joe Biden won the state's presidential election after a hand tally stemming from a mandatory audit affirmed by the Democrats' lead over President Trump. That's done, but President Trump has not conceded yet. Some other headlines here. 30-year mortgage has now hit a new low, all-time low, 2.72%. Nike also increased their dividend by 12%. Ethereum actually breaks 500. Roblox is going to go public soon. Princess Cruises extending pause in operations for cruises departing in and out of Japan through June 25th. And then I have the headline here of Pfizer headline, if I could find it. Where's that Pfizer headline? Give me a second, I could find it. I had it here available. Okay. Pfizer to seek FDA emergency use authorization for COVID-19 vaccine today. That could be a big headline if it's approved by the FDA. So watch that. Pfizer companies expect to produce globally 50 million doses in 2020 and up to 1.3 billion doses by end of 2021. The companies will be ready to distribute the vaccine within hours of authorization. So if we get the authorization from FDA, then you'll see the move for Pfizer and other stocks, and the stocks itself. Secretary Mnuchin is speaking as right now as we're actually on this video. And it's at on CNBC. If you want to take a look, I just read some headlines here. Mnuchin says people are missing the issue, criticizing the decision on the Fed. They're basically saying Steve Mnuchin said to return all the unused money, the PPP money, back to the Treasury, basically ending the PPP deal or what have you. But anything else, I haven't seen it because I'm here with you guys. So let's see if we can take a look. Give me a second here. Trying to get the your pre-market movers, but my ad blocker is having issues. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and bring this up here. All right, so pre-market movers here. NIO is down 0.78% for the most part. The rest of these are penny stocks for the most part. Apple's up 0.08%. Intel up 0.28%. Boeing down 0.5%. Let's see here. American Express down 0.52%. Procter & Gamble up 0.48%. Not much going on. Pfizer up 1.35%. Coty up 1.44% on the S&P. Let's see, Macy's down nearly 2%. And Tesla down about 0.10%. Gilead down 0.16% as remdesivir is not exactly what has not been approved for any kind of treatment, with what I read. AMD down 0.19%. JD up 0.86%. Moderna up 3%. Interesting enough with that Pfizer news. So that's where we are right now. Let's see here. That's our pre-market movers. Let me see if there's any other headlines from Steve Mnuchin. Okay, so Mnuchin says we only have about $25 billion in loans outstanding. So you can see the market is bouncing off Mnuchin's comments because the comments came after the bell and then futures took a hit. So that's where we are currently. Not expecting much volume. Keep in mind, guys, today is OPEX day, so there's options contracts out there, futures contracts out there that are expiring today. So keep in mind there. Also next week, mind you, next week, Thursday is Thanksgiving. So markets will be closed. Friday, markets will be closed at 1. You'll see the volume dry out Wednesday right around 1 o'clock as well. So again, don't expect a lot of trading to happen next week. If there's a time to take some time off from trading, it would be next week. Just keep in mind. I don't know what that sound was. So who knows. But again, just keep that in the back of your head on what to expect for next week. All right, good morning, good morning. Let's see. Happy Friday, good morning. Let's take a look and me update this thing here. Oh, real quick, I just wanted to let you guys know. Roku. Just a little bit, I remember I talked about this yesterday. You could check the tape yesterday. I said, oh, Roku, we had the 250 calls. Hey, if we lose money, we take loss sometimes. Well, we didn't. We made money on it. How great was that? So let me tell you the setup. It was actually very beautiful. So we got into the trade, I believe, on Tuesday on this break here. And we held those 250 calls. They had about 13,000 in volume. I actually did it live for our YouTube subscribers on the live trading session for Tuesday. And you could see that we were actually down 77% on the option, but we did not close. And then it zoomed yesterday about 10.9%, and it's still going. It's at 257. Unreal. I own Roku stock. I've been recommending that stock for a while now. So if you own that stock, congratulations. If you were in calls with us, congratulations. If you were on Twitter yesterday and you saw me making that call on Roku, congratulations. Guys, patience is key. You have to let those options contracts run. You have to give them some space. Again, I know you guys want to close and you have stop losses and everything. Your position size should be your stop loss. If you say I can never lose more than $200 a trade, that should be the position size. Period. End of discussion. Because this thing was down 77%. Last week, NIO was down 91% and it came back for bags. Bags meaning 100% or more. So just need to give you a piece of an experience here. Roku, wow. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, oh, Carlos, well, Roku, should I continue to go? You need to break that 260 level before you do anything. I hate for you to chase it. It's getting expensive now to trade, mind you, because it's getting up in price. So 260 is my alert to the upside. Let's see if you break it. If you break it, then interesting enough, we could go ahead and buy some calls. But until then, I'd wait. But again, just want to give a piece of that information on Roku. Again, it was a great trade. I was very happy to get it for our members. All right, great. IDEX. Let's see, IDEX. Answer some questions. IDEX is a penny stock. I don't trade it, and I have no thoughts on it. No thanks. Alibaba, and I own Alibaba long term. So Alibaba, I went ahead and traded the March contracts at 275s. I was playing the break of the 200 day. Again, it's something I did on my own. Had great volume, so I went ahead and played. It's an expensive option. It's $20 a contract. So I own those. But other than that, nothing much here on BABA. But again, you can see that bounce off the 100 day. Again, I'm bullish on BABA. Again, I've told you guys, if it breaks 250, I'm buying. Of course, it didn't. So again, I still own it. I added on the dip anyways. Any hopes to salvage IWM? See, this is why I'm telling you guys. I just gave you the example on Roku. I gave you the example on IO. Salvage what? You got to give your options a time to roam. If you keep asking to salvage, do whatever you want. If you want to close at 70%, 60%, 50%, 40%, fine. But don't get mad when that thing turns around and you miss out. That's opportunity cost. I don't understand what the point is of salvaging when if you did your position sizing correctly, you wouldn't be worried. If you ask about the same option over and over, I know you're over positioned. Guaranteed. It's like me and you playing at the poker table. I'm going all in because I know you'll lose. It means you have a bad hand. That's how you have to play it. Good morning, NIO and Apple. Looking at Apple, I still have an alert placed to the upside at 121.03. Until you break that, you don't touch it. NIO, again, I see a break to the upside of 51.26, the 161.8 extension. Until then, you don't do anything. DKNG, love the stock. I've been saying Bitcoin betting and blunts. That's cannabis, Bitcoin, and betting stocks. So far, so good. I love DKNG. I own it long. Anything break below 35, I'll buy it. But again, it's still moving up. Them and Penn are the only gambling names I own. I don't trade options on it, and I will not trade options on it because it's a pain. So if you're looking at a swing to buy the stock, yeah, I guess I don't swing trade stocks. I just would own it. But playing options, that's really up to you. But again, I'm still bullish this thing. I do think 55 will break. Roku calls. I already talked about that. We already got into it yesterday. We got out of it. 260 break. We can take a look at it. Square, looking at it here, I have a level of 194.50 for a break. Let's see if we get that. Space calls for December. Looking at space here, 24.77. We played space yesterday with our members and we caught it within 20 minutes. So very nice. Looking very good there. Let's see if you get that break of 24.77. But again, if you have volume in December, sure. What do you think BA goes from here? Oh, let me see. Where are you at? BA from here when coronavirus goes up. BA coronavirus, the correlation is kind of there, I guess, in regards to planes. But I still think BA has a lot more upside. Obviously, it ran up a lot since we placed this here. This was 2 trades ago, Boeing, mind you. Remember, I posted this on Instagram. I told you about this base in the break of the 50. If you didn't catch it, oh well, I'm very sorry that you don't listen. But that's where we are. I had 2 freebies on Boeing, and look how much we moved from this level, 179 to as high as 226. That's huge. Big numbers, and then it get back to 104. It's still up, mind you. I still own the stock. So let's see if you break that 50-day, if anything. But again, it's when you have these high moves, guys, it does tend to pull back. It's completely normal. But again, I still think BA long-term is a great prospect for a stock. With Tesla above 500, what would you add for long-term on Tesla? Good old Tesla. Tesla was a mad short squeeze. Okay, so we have to redo our levels because I have 379.96. But now that we broke the high, I would definitely look right around 464. Again, this would be the retracement of that first leg up. So if we get there, actually, you know what? I think that's a little too high. I can see I can get a little better. Let's do 445. That'd be the 100-day on the hourly. That'd be a good level to buy. I'll add more there. SEC goes from Carl's office wondering I make so much bags. We get it wrong sometimes too, Brian. I'm not going to sit here and say we're undefeated, we're perfect. That's not accurate. We get it wrong sometimes, man. We really do. I promise you. A lot of fucking up on my part, but we learn from your mistakes. Is your team still in Riot? On Riot what? Riot, we don't have anything on Riot. No signal anyway. There's no signal on Riot, but again, you could see a gap. Could fill. Be careful. Squared calls and Twilio calls. Twilio I have not traded. There's nothing there on Twilio to trade. I don't see any breaks. And Square, you do need 194.50 before we take a look. DKNG to 55? Absolutely. I think it definitely can get there. Yeah, Roku broke on the deal, HBO, but the options volume, unusual options activity was there. Microsoft, love it long term. Won't even change anything. Love it more. Below 200 you buy. Too late to get into Beyond. I don't have Beyond. And there's nothing there. I mean, you break 142.36, maybe. Thoughts on OKTA? Don't know anything about this name, but again, you break 240, we could talk. Football long term. I actually use the service, Football TV. I haven't looked at their numbers, but again, a break of 24 if you want to trade it, fine. Babel gap fill to 290. Yeah, right around here. You see the gap fill the 1 hour. Sure, it's going to take a while. How you know how to set up levels to buy stocks? By using your moving average as your Fibonacci's, and you're still adding more lows. Let's see. I added some lows. Yeah, again, if you break 133, but there's nothing more here to buy. Long-term ETF names is very simple. SPY-G. SPY-G. I'm actually buying more today. I love Football Bros pushing strong. Nice. Pfizer or Moderna long-term? I prefer Pfizer personally, but I own Pfizer. So again, that's up to you. If you just want to buy an ETF, IBB is your pharmaceutical ETF. So there you go. One more question before we end it. Let's see. AMD. Christian Zamora asked about AMD. AMD looks decent, but I need a little more. I can't say here that I'm super excited to get into AMD. There is a target that you can get to around 88, 89, but I skip it here. Just looking at the chart, again, it gets some moves to the upside, but it needs a clear break. Let's go ahead and put 86.26. That'll really confirm the move to the upside. Will you ever buy SpeedPing or LIL shares? No, I don't think I will. All right. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Enjoy your weekend. I'm going to get with the team now. GAR CapitalFX.com. Subscribers on Tuesday, I'll catch you guys for our 1 hour session together. So it'll be exciting. We went over Roku. We got Roku together. IWM didn't work out for us with that trade that we did, but we did catch, we got one. What was the other one? Palantir. I think it was Palantir or something like that. We caught that. That was nice. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. Have a great rest of your weekend. My name is Carlos Garcia, founder and CEO of GAR Capital. We'll talk to you guys soon. See you on Monday.